Hi, everyone. Jacqueline Phillips here from Women's Council of Realtors Lake Point. I am with Sam Powell. We are so excited. We have a great event coming up for you guys. March
March
5th. We're
15th.
going to bring a little bit of the luck of the Irish, Detroit style. So we're super excited to have you coming over from Chicago. We're going to be doing the event at the historic Emerald Theater over in Mount Clemens. We can hold up to 300 people. I would say we'll be selling tickets till we sell out. So make sure you get in and get yours quick.
Buy
So
early and often, we like to say.
yeah. Buy often, bring a friend. So
Exactly.
so Sam, we're really excited to have you joining us. If you could tell us a little bit about your background, what got you into real estate?
No, awesome. I'd love to. Storytelling is one of my favorite things to do, right? Who
Yeah.
doesn't like talking about themselves ish? So I've been a realtor for 20 years now. So I always tease like halfway to emeritus status because some people don't know what emeritus status is. So it helps add some dialogue to our industry because I didn't know until I know. So 40 years, you're emeritus status, and then you get accolades and stuff. Anyway, so I like that layer. I got into real estate, interestingly enough, because a buddy got in it. It was right after 9/11. And so the industry I was in, which was like design, and we were capturing commercials and selling the data about the commercials, like all the creatives. So that was one of the industries that was hit hard, as you can imagine. So I had a buddy who was just like, listen, I love looking at houses. I'm going to maybe get into real estate and I'd love for you to join me. And I immediately was like, absolutely not. I am not for sales. It's not my jam. I don't want to be reliant on someone signing a contract for me to put food on my table. I was so against it. And he kept pushing and pushing. I was finally like, you know what? I will take the class and I'll use it like a college class and learn about the industry. So I don't get taken advantage of when we go to buy our first house or condo, like we did when we bought our first car, right? Many of us have had that experience, learn the
Oh
hard
yeah.
way. So I'm just like, listen, I'm all about the education of it. Let's do it. And then maybe if we do investment properties later, like there's some really good, valuable information there. So what I learned very quickly was I absolutely loved layers of it because I don't sell property, right? I'm like this super project manager, juggling a bunch of people, juggling a bunch of their needs and questions. So super educator. And I kind of tease that like my job doesn't really begin until they want to write an offer in some respects, right? So we're educating all the time before that. And the negotiation part, the stuff we're skilled at or trained at, doesn't really begin until somebody's ready to sign electronically, of course. And one of my favorite things to tell any of my clients is I can't make you sign shit. So you're in the driver's seat 100% of the time, right where I want you. So I'm a no pressure kid. If it's not the right decision, let's not do it, right? Because I want you to be happy later.
100%.
And so I got into women's council about a decade into my career, and one of my only regrets, for lack of a better term, is not getting involved and engaged in our industry at a much earlier time in my career. So all the new kids out there that are in like their first 5 years, as an example, try to get involved in your industry, in your association, in an organization. There are so many of them, depending on your interest and your ethnicity, et cetera, for you to just engage with your people and learn from each other and these sharing environments that exist out there that you're not on an island, you don't have to be in, you're not meant to be.
Well, and that's honestly one of my favorite things about Women's Council is I feel like, I mean, you know how it is. You walk into a room in a lot of places, like people, they kind of like throw their shoulder over. They don't want you at their table. And
Yeah.
Women's Council, I feel like we're like a horseshoe. Like we open up, we bring people in, we put them at the table with us. And I feel like that is really one of my favorite things about this group is it is so inviting. And it doesn't matter if you've been in real estate 1 year or if you've been in real estate 40 years or if you're
Exactly.
black or white or it's all about just learning together.
Yeah,
So
I love the collaboration and sharing layer. That's really, really important. And we do have peers that are like, why would I join an organization with like my competitors? And then it takes us explaining, listen, do you know how much faster you can learn and how much you have to offer in a sharing perspective to raise the bar in the industry that you're in with us, right? So let's all collectively keep raising that bar by
I love it.
sharing everything with each other in a way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, and we do. We have this kind of this reputation, like you were saying, with the public where they almost are scared of us. And it's really going to take all of us
Yeah.
really educating ourselves, holding ourselves to the highest integrity. And I'm really excited to hear all of your nuggets that you're going to bring and share with us on how to raise that bar.
Yeah,
So,
it's a bit like micro machines, right? Because I already speak fast, and then you put me in front of an audience and give me a time limit, like 45 nuggets in 45 minutes, as an example. Oh my gosh, I just pour into you in the room, fast paced, awesome content, in my opinion, humble opinion.
yeah.
And I give you like the cheat at the end. So I give you a QR code on the screen where you can download a document that tells you everything I just said, right? The nuggets in clean, organized fashion, and even like some of my thoughts behind why I shared that nugget and like what to do with it, as an example. So I just love being able to pour into each other. And it's definitely one of my gifts and superpower is getting people comfortable in a space. And you don't have to know anything, everything or anything. The idea is being a sponge in the room. And when you have something to share, absolutely make sure that your voice is heard, because we need that in our industry big time.
I love it. I'm so excited. And Franny mentioned something really cool that you've offered to do to auction off some of your time.
Yeah, I mean,
That
I love this concept, right? It's one of my favorites. So those that come in the room, if you like what you see, if you love the nuggets and you want a little more quality time, I think we're doing like at least two auctions. One that's live in person get together, because I'll be in town for a couple of days.
okay.
And then the other one is this concept of like what we're doing. Let's meet on Zoom. Let's help you answer questions, concerns, ideas, struggles you might be having, especially in the tech space. And I'm a big Apple kid, so I've got some,
Okay.
Apple nuggets for sure. And those kids using Android or other devices, we offer you Google. That's your new best friend.
Awesome. Well, I've heard that you're kind of in the crypto sphere a little bit too, Franny mentioned. So I'm kind of excited to talk to you about that too, and kind of how crypto is going to be coming into our industry and how the blockchain is going to shake things up a little bit for us. So
Yeah,
um,
RRC actually has a certification class on cryptocurrency. So I highly encourage people to get a basic knowledge base about it. And even at our national conferences and the mid-year conference, there is always a presenter or several throughout the trip that you can go and just get a baseline and have people you can talk to just get some of the basics. Like, I'm happy to share the knowledge I know. My wife is really the kid who deals with our cryptocurrency personally. So she's
my
my crypto.
husband's the guy too. So yeah, yeah, we'll get them together.
Yeah, and there'll be amazing people in the room that probably know a little more than us, which is perfect. Like, we'll tap into their knowledge base while we're present together, you know.
I love it. So, well, I'm so excited, and I am just so grateful for your time today, and you willing to give your time to us for Women's Council over at Lake Point.
I
So,
love it. And you're a neighbor, so come on. It's one of the quick
yes.
easiest trips for me to make, right? So it's just fantastic, and I love what that opportunity sort of creates for us. And if anyone wants to learn more about other opportunities for speaking engagements and our Women's Council PMN designation, I'm certified to teach all of those too. So there's some really amazing opportunities for people that come and around the country to just collaborate more.
Well, I'm excited to learn more about that from you myself whenever you're here. So, thank you so much again, Sam, and I look forward to seeing you. That's going to be March the 15th at the Emerald Theater right over in Mount Clemens. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Look forward to seeing you.